Hip doctor from Oklahoma, 3724, Doc Ellis. Texas, traveling on orders TDY. If you're injured while traveling, for example, fall and slip in the shower, the airport, is it covered by workers' comp? Yeah, you're on the job. You're on the job. Now, they may give you trouble. I had a lady out at Tinker, it's a snowy day, and instead of walking through buildings, she walked outside the buildings and slipped and fell, had an injury. Now, this is Tinker Air Force Base, huge Air Force Base, and Reynolds HR department, and blah, blah, blah. And she comes in with a schematic that fits on my desk. So this means the HR department, the workers' comp department, and the environmental services department brought it in and measured her by the inch if she walked through the buildings, how long it was, and she walked outside the buildings, so how long it was. Hey, dumbass! It happened inside the fence. It's work related. That's what you have to put up with. And this is a huge government. Okay, they don't know what they're doing. Okay. And of course we got it approved. All right, so yes. All righty, okay. Here's one. It's a retired, it's a fireman on weekend duty, and he's showing to be able to do rescue and dive and stuff, you know, in the lake. He gets caught up and he drowns. That's a state works comp. And the Edmond Police Department, so the Edmond attorney fought the workers' comp claim. Well, he was off duty. Firemen and policemen are never off duty. If you're a policeman and you are plain clothes and you have to stop a robbery, you get shot, that's work related in all states and in federal workers' comp. Okay, and he fought the widow. Now, I'm just madder than hell. I didn't find out until later. First of all, even if it wasn't work related, the city of Edmond ought to try to get it work related, help the widow out, and help the morale of the fire department. But this guy fights it all the way to the Supreme Court of Oklahoma. When they first turned you down, quit spending tax dollars, stupid lawyer. God. Okay, so anyway, and of course eventually we got it covered in the law, because eventually if you get to where someone's intelligent, you win. If you don't give up. Okay, so a lot of stuff is covered. All right. Okay, this is from California. I have a CA2, have a case number. Great, you're fine, and we'll get it for your great grandkids. We'll win it. Just take 20 years. Okay, not been approved. Okay. You're seated doctor, getting treatments, get all that records together, and he may have. You don't need a diagnosis. You need a medical rationale. So what you have that doctor do, if he doesn't know how to do it, is this. Your question was, do I need a lawyer or hire you? You never need a lawyer in federal workers' comp. Right? They are not interested in anything except schedule awards and making money. I do not have at this time, on this date, a lawyer I would recommend for federal workers' comp. We'll do that for you. My paralegal just got someone $202,000, and she had a lawyer for 2 years. Couldn't get it done. Okay, because it's administrative law, and we just ask them to follow their own laws. And if not, we'll ask for an oral hearing, and usually I'm talking to a human being, and we get it approved. We're just asking them to follow the laws. It's real simple. The laws aren't, but no one knows. Okay, so yeah, so you've got a case number, but what your doctor could do is say, I'm not familiar with this, or I'm familiar with state workers' comp, then don't do this, okay? I'm going to send you a consultant, Doc Ellis, to be a consultant on the federal workers' comp side. He does the treatment, and I'll do the scut work. And it doesn't cost him anything, it doesn't cost you anything. We'll get it done, all right? So that's how you do it. And you leave the lawyers out of this. I did 2013, I did a seminar for the OWCP litigation work group. Listen to me, guys. OWCP litigation work group. They're nice doctors, they're attorneys. It's in Washington, D.C. The head judge of federal workers' comp, and another attorney did a seminar, and everybody said, Doc, you were great. What was fascinating about there are 26 attorneys. The head judge of federal workers' comp is going to be there, and there are 26 attorneys out of the whole world in that. Now, 2 months ago, the state judges of workers' comp at Oklahoma had their yearly seminar at Stillwater University, and it fills up the auditorium, and there are booths all over the place, and there are 26 attorneys. And I'm teaching attorneys. Okay. And then they said, well, we thought you were great, Doc, but we just voted and decided we're not going to have you back because it might upset the claims examiners. You damn wimps. These claims examiners only have a 12th grade education. Sometimes I look at their stuff, they don't have a GED. And they have a bias against the journalistic. If you're in federal workers' comp, it's like being a black man in a 1934 KKK meeting. And if you don't believe it, come and I'll show you. Most people have not seen the ovens in Auschwitz and don't believe the Nazis killed Jews. Well, our government's hurting people. Every one of those pins in my map, if you go to elliscollegiate.com, has got a horror story like how some government person screwing them. And that's why I'm mad. Justifiably so. Now I'm going to talk to supervisors and agencies. If you want to save some money, you could really, under the federal workers' comp laws, only pay for treatment and never pay for time off work. You send them to another agency and give them a sedentary job if you don't have one. No one's ever applied that because no one knows the law. So at the end of the year, you see this, and then you get these claims examiners, instead of making a decision, we'll send you a second opinion, second opinion, second opinion. Get on your ecomp account and see how much they're paying these goons, these lying sons of bitches. And there's $30,000, $40,000 that you didn't need to be paying for. All we want's a decision so that I can appeal it and ask for an oral hearing, and I'll win it for you. But we can't get them to make a decision, and because you don't know their last name, there's no punitive damages. If an insurance company did that, you'd have $40 million in your pocket. Bad faith. Bam! That's the system. Okay. Okay, this is from Pennsylvania. I need some help. My case, no doctor listening to me or understand no WCB. That's good. They're at least telling you they don't understand it. But if they do it, like we had a hospital here trying to do it, they should have done it. They fell on their face. Auto accident, 23. Continue to work, that's okay. Months later, my health declined rapidly. Yeah. Hey man, I've taken that master's course in accident reconstruction, Texas A&M. My low-speed accident on my website is probably one of the biggest hits we've got. I'm your biomechanics and the accident reconstruction guy, but I'm your federal workers' comp guy. I'm just telling you, we'll take care of it. That's easy. Well, let's digress. A lot of people don't think that car wrecks are bad. I had a deposition in this room once, and the attorney for the insurance company said, now this low-speed accident, I said, stop right there. Where did you get the idea this was a low-speed accident? Blah, 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 blah. I said, no, we're not going to go into this deposition until you either cite a reference why you got the idea of low speed, or we take this off it, or we cancel the deposition, I go for the judge, and I get a ruling whether we start over. So so finally he said, okay, I withdraw it. I said, but now since you brought it up, what do you consider low speed? Well, and I couldn't get anything out of him. I said, so how about 10 miles an hour? How about 15 miles an hour? How about 20 miles an hour? Would 20 miles an hour be low speed to you? Okay, I finally got a yes. Okay, now, if I took your chair and turned you sideways and dropped you on the ground with your head not hitting the headrest, you're going to jerk. 15 miles an hour, when your odometer doesn't even move in the parking lot, is the height of my desk. 15 miles an hour is a 7.5-foot ladder. 20 miles an hour is the top of a one-story building when Santa Claus comes down the chimney. 25 is a two-story building, 30 is a three-story building. The question is not, is this person injured? Why are they not hurt more? And I'll explain that to you because of the crumpling and stuff like that. People do not understand low speed. Okay, now here we go. Okay, now, Dolores, Border Patrol 13 years ago, retired. Okay, knee pain. Doctors took x-rays and very little cartilage, of course you do. Okay, Social Security disability was denied, we'll talk about that. Can I file a CA2 after being retired 13 years? No, you got 3 years. But if you ever filed a claim, if you ever reported it, if someone has a 301 OSHA file, or if you've got any documentation that you reported, and if you have a claim number, then we can open it. Also, it's too late to file federal retirement. You got to file that with the 1 year. Now, you're not going to get Social Security if you're still too intelligent. and you're not a drug addict and a bum, okay? And they turn those down 90% of the time. You just go back again and get an oral hearing so you can talk to somebody. Okay, here's Clarence from Texas. Found the webinar. I think Dr. Ellis skipped over the part of my previously questioned denied VA claim when it interfered with my approved Social Department of Labor schedule order. You get the double dip. Ta-da! No. And of course the evidence of your schedule order is going to be good for your VA claim. If this part of the government said it's real, then they got to accept it's real, and we'll do a nexus report showing that it's service connected. Always a way to skin that cat if you don't give up. Francis, okay. God bless you, Doc. Thank you very much. I need all the prayers I can get. Apart from it, $500 for a potential review, possible medical opinion, history, diagnosis, sworn statements, or a living companion, friend. All that, anything you get is information. Okay? Okay. All right, so trying to get my non-VA doctors to get the hell out of my VA ruthlessly. Okay, what's he saying? Yeah, doctors are not trained in that. Get somebody that knows their stuff. All right. Subliminal bias, you've picked up on that. They're not going to take. First of all, they're not trained. They're not going to take care of your case. So you got to get somebody that's got balls and we'll just tell the truth. That's all we want. Just tell the truth and make the government follow the rules. Okay? Thank you very much for putting up with me. You got another question? The little one.
The add-on add-on.
Okay. Here, Dr. Ellis. Okay. Federal employer. Tripped and fell in just February. It had knee injuries back at filed a CA1 a couple of weeks ago. Nurse and DL called, say they need a doctor's note, saying I'll be off work. Yeah, they need all that stuff. You're going to have a doctor do that. If your treating doctor doesn't do it, you may have to come all the way from wherever you live to get some little hick doctor like me to fill it out for you. And if you go to these access mental patient first offices, they're going to screw it up. Okay, you need somebody. You're in administrative law. That's just it. You're going to have to do it right. Okay, so it's physical therapy. Make sure you get it pre-approved. Okay, you can always get a second opinion from So have them just do a consultant. So you just have them on a piece of paper, a notebook, or a prescription pad, refer to Dr. Ellis for OWC consultation. And we'll take a look at all the stuff, fix all the stuff. She gets paid, or whoever it is gets paid. We get her authorized. They give us a call. We'll show them how to get pre-authorized for treatment, pre-authorized for surgery. And we don't charge you. We don't charge the doctor. We get it all taken care of. And we'll do the scut work. The doctors understand the scut work. We like the scut work. That's what we do best. It's like I said, if they're sick, I send them to a doctor. We do the legal medicine because that's very important. Because you do not do federal workers' comp or VA and just medical doctors. They're not trained in this, and they'll hurt you, and they don't mean to, but they'll hurt you. I have the classic 5 knee surgeries by a doctor who did it under federal workers' comp, so it wasn't health insurance and copay. And after 5 knee surgeries, the 5th was a total knee. Doc, when will I be at maximum medical improvement? Well, to a doctor, never. You're going to need physical therapy and injections. I mean, never. That would have cost him $310,000. He's eligible for a scheduled award. Now, he's going to need ongoing treatment. That doesn't mean he's not MMI. It means it's just not going to make a difference. Now, if he's scheduled for surgery next month, you're not ready for a scheduled award. But just maintenance therapy does not stop maximum medical improvement determination. And so I rate you on the day I see you, not what you're going to be, what I think you're going to be. So if you come in on a bad day, that's a good thing. Bless you guys.
Thank you, Doc.